And fresh from a performance at the Sydney Opera House last night, Teeks joins us here on News Breakfast. Good morning, welcome to the show.
Kia ora, good morning, thanks for having me.
How was last night?
It was great, it was beautiful. The crowd were awesome. The energy was really great in the room and I felt very appreciated. I had a lot of fun.
Well, I've got to tell you, big thanks and hats off to you for stumping up for breakfast television the morning after such a huge show, because you've been out here performing. You were in Melbourne on the weekend, weren't you? How have you been finding each of the crowds?
Yeah, I played in Melbourne on Saturday night and the crowd there also very sweet to me. It was a long day, it was full on. I had an early morning and flew from New Zealand to Melbourne, so everyone was kind of tired that night, but the crowd really put it on for us. And Sydney last night, they were really pumping. They were loud, and I felt very grateful.
You've been described as a crooner, soulful. It's beautiful stuff, maybe flashes of the past. How would you describe your musical style?
I definitely, soul music is the premise or the roots of the music that I make, but it's branches of soul music, and I just make music that makes me feel something and hopefully makes other people feel something, you know?
Who did you grow up listening to, Teeks?
I grew up listening to what my parents listened to, a lot of Bob Marley, Elvis Presley, and then later on got into D'Angelo, Prince, and you know, some of the greats, Stevie Wonder, and many more. Great
heritage there. I did read that you would love to perform maybe with Adele or people like that. Who would you want to work with going forward? Where do you see your musical direction evolving?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan of Adele. I love one of my favourite artists. It's probably Frank Ocean. I'd really love to, if I was to write a song even or do something in collaboration, that would be amazing.
Do you feel like you've got two personas in a way, Teeks? That it's the performer that we see on stage, so across his music, and then you as a human being. Who are you? Tell us a little bit. Yeah,
no,
tell us a
bit. I'm naturally very shy and kind of awkward, to be honest. But when I'm on stage, I feel like I'm in control, you know, and that's my happy place, and I feel comfortable.
You're just 26 years old. You're described as a bit of a heartthrob. How are you dealing with the evolution, the growing fame, the adoration? How's it all going for you?
I feel very grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to do what I love for a living. My family and my culture keep me very grounded. You know, I come from a big family, and I grew up in my Indigenous worldview, and I feel like I can pull on all of that to anchor me, and I'm looking forward to seeing where things go next.
And how does that Indigenous worldview, your Maori culture, influence your art now and going forward?
Yeah, in a lot of ways there. I think it's definitely been formative to my character and the way that I am as a human being, but also spiritually and you know, traditionally, performing is inherent in my culture and my DNA. So it feels like it's a spiritual thing for me to get on stage and perform, and I feel very grounded on stage when I can pull on all of that.
Hey Teeks, just quickly, Something to Feel was your debut album. What's planned recording wise?
That's a great question. I'm gonna start working on the next record. I've already started writing a little bit, but I'm not in a hurry. You know, I want to take my time. I only want to say something when I'm ready to say something. So hopefully within the next couple of years will be another album.
Well, hopefully you'll be back on News Breakfast at some point too. Thank you so much for coming on this morning.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.